Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. Hope you guys are doing great. So for today's video, we are going to discuss class 9th English chapter The Little Girl by Catherine Mansfield. The Little Girl is the story of a little girl, Kezia, who misunderstands her father's strictness and usually remains scared of him. Kezia lives with her mother, father and her grandmother. Every morning, before going to work, the father gives Kezia a casual kiss. In reply, she says, "Goodbye, father." But the little girl is unable to understand his love and affection. When her father leaves home for work, she feels a sense of relief and freedom. In the evening, when her father returns home, his loud voice makes Kezia frightened. She hears him ordering her mother and grandmother, "Bring me tea, newspaper and slippers." Then Kezia's mother asks her to come down and remove her father's boot. As Kezia enters into the drawing room, her father looks at her over his spectacles. The way he looks at her, it terrifies her. He asks her, "Have you been a good girl today?" In fear, she stammers and replies, "Don't know, father." He tells her, "Don't know? If you stammer like that, mother will have to take you to the doctor." Her father feels that something is wrong with Kezia. He tells his mother to teach Kezia to behave in a better manner, that Kezia may not appear sad all the time. Whenever Kezia thinks about her father, she feels that she is thinking about a giant. She visualizes her father as a giant, especially when he yawns. On Sunday afternoon, Kezia's grandmother sends Kezia to the drawing room to spend time with her parents. When she entered the drawing room, she finds her mother busy in reading and her father sleeping. Kezia feels a bit neglected. One day she remains indoors as she gets a cold. Her grandmother advises her, "Why don't you make a gift for your father's birthday next week?" She gives her a piece of yellow silk fabric to stitch a pincushion for him. Kezia stitches a beautiful pincushion, but she did not find anything for stuffing. As her grandmother is out in the garden, she goes to her mother's bedroom in search of some stuff. There she finds sheets of paper in which her father had written an important speech for his office. She unknowingly tears them into pieces and stuffs into the cushion and stitches it. When her father comes home and gets to know about his important papers, he punishes her by hitting the palm of her hands with a ruler for tearing up his speech. This incident made Kezia more terrified from her father. She often watches her neighbor Mr. McDonald playing happily with his 5 children in their lawn. She thinks Mr. McDonald is a loving father to his children. Kezia wonders he might be a different sort of father. One day, her mother falls ill and is taken to a doctor by her grandmother. Kezia is left alone at home under the care of their cook Alice. As Kezia goes to bed, Alice removes her socks and warns her, "Do not scream and wake your father." At night, Kezia has a nightmare and she wakes up screaming. When she calls her grandmother for help, she finds her father standing by her bedside. He picks her up and takes her to his bedroom. She tucks her up in his bed and soon falls asleep. She feels the beating of her father's loving heart and realizes that her poor big father is very loving and caring and has a generous heart. So with this, the story has ended, and now we are going to discuss question answers of this chapter. First question, why was Kezia afraid of her father? Answer, Kezia was afraid of her father because he was very strict and he always found fault in whatever work she did. Second question, who were the people in Kezia's family? Answer, Kezia's family has grandmother, mother and her father. Third question, what was Kezia's father routine before going to his office? Answer, he used to kiss Kezia casually before going to office. Second part, after coming back from his office? Answer: he would ask for the newspaper, tea after coming back. On Sundays, he would take rest, he would enjoy sleep on the sofa. Next question: in what ways did Kezia's grandmother encourage her to get to know her father better? Answer: Kezia's grandmother asked her to make a gift of a pincushion for her father birthdays next week. Next question: Kezia's efforts to please her father resulted in displeasing him very much. How did this happen? Answer: Kezia's efforts to please her father resulted in displeasing him very much because Kezia used his important papers for the stuffing of the pincushion that she made. So these were some important questions of this chapter. Hope you guys liked this video and you found it useful. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel.